Welcome back, folks, to Farm Simulator 2022. Now, as always, we are going to start here with our collectible. And we have an interesting episode. A few reasons here. This is going to be the first time in a long time we've done a episode, more than one episode in a month. We have so much to do in this month, it's unbelievable. Uh, so a few things right off the bat. Well, I have hiccups because I always get hiccups when I record Farm Sim. I am super glad to be recording this. It's been about 2.5 weeks since I've been able to play with all the events and other chaos unfolding. And we had a couple ideas in the series that are huge and they're big. And we're going to talk about a little bit. A little bit today's the talkie episode, getting back in and talking about a few things. So we had one, we did start that other series as well. It did not do as well as I liked. You guys did not care for it. So the time-lapse series of the vintage tractors. Now, down the road, we're probably going to do a vintage tractor series. We're going to do it a little bit differently, though, because I feel you guys surprisingly actually like when I talk instead of not. Oh, is the tractor going to get hit? No, we're good. So just a quick note on that. Now, over here, we had just made these other fields. So if you guys remember, on Silver Run, we're trying to turn, everybody is logging this map, I'm sure, that plays this game. We're going to do everything on this map, including turn it into a giant farm as well. So we're going to be logging for that reason as well, and doing tree stuff, but for the most part, I want to do this series a little bit different than everybody else. So, with that being said, we had questions because with turning into this big farm, we had some really good questions about precision farming. And do not worry, I will go over everything what we're doing. So before we even worry about the field, you see we have these rocks. And normally these aren't real bad, but since this is going to be, we're going to do some grass crops, I definitely want to grab, yeah, I don't want these rocks to sit in there. So if we're going to have to lease a rock deal, we should, I'm not opposed to leasing the series if it's something I want to try out. And there is a mod that has a different style of rock picker that I want to try out. So I'm not going to be opposed to that. So let's go in here into our tools and let's take a look at rock picker thingy doodlers. That's the technical name. And obviously, as I always do, I will talk about how rock pickers are used in real life and how they're used in this game. Oh, there they are, stone pickers. All right. I think we're going to lease this right here. And we're going to try this one out. So this is a mod, and I wouldn't mind trying it out. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and grab the Dirty 30. Where are you? All right. I think for right now, the time being, we're going to take... Oh. All right. We're going to have to back that trailer up. I really actually want to go ahead and... I want to take the cage off the Dirty 30 for the time being, because right now we're going to have to use it in the field. Our main farm tractor is actually going to be forestry. We'll take that off right now. Front load attacher. I feel like everything else is good, right? Alright, yeah, I feel like that's good. We'll have to reattach. Alright, let's pop that trailer off. And then I'm going to go grab that stone picker here real quick. I think we could probably... Yeah, why don't we drop the front off this bad boy as well? And then, yeah, right here, can we do that? Alright, so I'm going to go grab the rock picker, guys, and then meet you over in the Fields of Justice. So as you guys know, we have that lime producer right there. This is going to be part of the reason we actually do the rock picking, is because we're going to need these rocks we're going to do a couple things here to produce our own line. First, we have rocks along our land. You can see a rock right over there off into the distance. And we're going to eventually do that with our bobcat. With that being said, though, we're not going to be able to do that before we get to this first deal here. So what we're going to be trying to do is we're going to have to cut through this fence. Yeah, it's an invisible fence. So first of all, let's unfurl this. Let's just see how this does. Ooh. Ooh. So I like to try out these mods because some of the mods really have issues. So we'll see if this one does or not. So a reason I wanted to talk a little bit about stone picking in real life is it doesn't take this long as it does in the game. You don't go across your whole field and pick stones. You drive up to one and you pick up the stone with the old traditional pickers. I've never actually seen a stone picker like these in real life. I know they exist, but I've never seen one. So let's go ahead and lift up. This thing actually might help us, but we're not getting a lot of stone from this. Are we? And then again, like I said to you guys, I will definitely be talking about precision farming, that mod that we have in here that kind of changes the game for us as we go, because a lot of you guys have had questions about it, and it's a really good mod, and I want you guys to see why. We're going to be getting into it more today as we get going, but our big thing right now is going to be grabbing all the stone, and I think, I'm not sure, but obviously we're not keeping the stone picker. It does in fact look like it's working pretty well though. I will say that. I am impressed with it. It doesn't seem buggy, doesn't make me seem the game run bad or nothing. So I'm super happy about that. Let's go ahead, clean that up right there. So a few things with precision farming. So normally it just tells you what it needs once in a while. Like it needs fertilizer, it's 50% fertilized, or these fields will, say it needs lime, or whatever it may be, needs rolling. Now in precision farming, it's more about exactly what crop you put in. The only value that's generally going to stay similar is the pH value, and you can see it's bad in here, and we're going to have to take care of that today. And what pH value is in real life, and I'll go ahead and start since we're going to talk about the pH value first. When you look at it, there's like loam, and there's different field types. There's like sandy loam, the soil. Each one has a different pH level that you want it to be at. So let's go ahead and lift, and I think I'm going to start going across here. I was hoping we were going to get more stone from this. I'll be honest, folks, I don't even know that we're going to actually fill this up. So that's kind of interesting, but we're still going to do it since we have it. And my plan is to eventually make another field here with that other land we bought, but we're going to get into some tree cutting down the ring, technical term. So we'll grab some stones for that for our lime production. So the first time we do our lime, we might not be able to produce it all. But like No Man's Sky, I want to be able to produce almost everything ourselves. And with that being said, so with that lime, we're going to have to lime our fields. And each soil type is going to take a different amount. So when you don't have precision farming, you basically just go ahead and dump a bunch of lime on it. And here, you can see it has more of an exact value. So you can see this was lower than what it was over there, because I believe, I believe this was 6 over here. Yeah. So you can see we're going to have to do, some precision work with that today. So what I'm going to do here, guys, is I'm going to do a little bit of a speedy up bit, folks. So while that field didn't put out a lot of stone, it is a bigger field. So there you go. We got quite a bit here. So we're gonna dump that off here. Also, interestingly enough, uh, I went, guys. So as we were talking about the Dirty 30 here. So if you guys remember, a lot of you guys have been around a while. I talk about the real life Dirty 30 that I grew up with. The tractor just like this. And right before fall here, before winter started, I actually went back to it and I got some pictures of it. So there might be a video this week of the real Dirty 30 for you guys interested. So that was, I can't remember, was it 2,500 that thing holds? You know, we could look really quick. We were really close. It filled up perfectly. So let's see, owned, leased. I don't want to return it. Holds 2,500. Okay. And you can see it's already converting it. And what is the rate? Oh, so just a little bit over double. Okay. We may get the lime production we need. We might have to buy a little bit of lime our first time, but after that, we should definitely be able to produce our own, I feel. We still have that one field left, though. Where is it? Yeah, the one south of 2. So let's go down there. We definitely, I love Farm Sim. Obviously, you guys know that. But um, with this map, I cannot wait to see what this turns into. And now with the music license, I feel like I can keep you guys more attached. So if you guys didn't know, I got a new music license. And so instead of cutting away and just doing a bunch of work like I normally would I'm going to do a bunch of speedy up-its, I think, in this series. So that you're not missing out on the actual field work. I'm not making like big cuts where it's like, oh, here's a field done. Instead of, maybe just showing you and bringing you with on that journey. I feel like it'll keep people more engaged. And I feel with like precision farming and a lot of extra stuff we're going to be doing, this is going to be the series of a lifetime for us. So I think this is going to be our ultimate series because I have not done logging in a long time. I've done some minor scale logging like we did on No Man's Sky, but we're going to do a bunch of that and some insane big farming on this map. So this is going to be one of our bigger series. That being said, obviously I'm hooked on Farm Sim. It's been that way since the game came out. I don't know, I've been playing since like 13. And not being able to play it lately is wanting me to play even more. So we're going to be doing some extra episodes coming up here. So hopefully you guys are going to be enjoying this. We're going to be doing farming and some logging coming up, so just keep that in mind. It's not going to be just one or the other. Now, obviously, it's March, so we're going to do some farm-related stuff and stuff like that. But I am really pumped about it, and I think we're going to put that other series aside like we talked about. Obviously, that was not seem to be your guys' favorite here. So let's go ahead and grab the last of the field here. Also, I'm really glad I wanted to try out this new stone picker. 2 reasons. That big field, that's going to be known as our big field because we're not going to have another field that big for a while. But this isn't our normal farm tractor. Old Roy is. So a lot of the work we're going to be doing is with Old Roy to start out with. This is more of our forestry tractor. We just I had to use this to test this stone picker out. But I'm really glad I did. We're not going to have to stone pick for a while after this, hopefully. Oh gosh, this thing is a little underpowered for the stone picker, but we'll work with it. But am glad that we got it. So the reason also for stone picking isn't just to produce our own lime. When you drive over this with stones in your field, guys, it does put wear and tear on your vehicles. And if you have a lot of stone, or it puts wear and tear in your vehicles in the game, not real life. Obviously, if you hit a real rock in real life, you might do some damage, but also in the game, it does wear and tear. And I'm hopefully going to explain the game a little bit better for some of the new people. We definitely have new people watching. Um, but with that being said, we're not. Oop, I just totally missed that like an idiot. So, a few things if you watch other people that play this game. I am on PS5, so I don't have the straight line mod. They have like a mod that where they can line up, check their distances, and they basically just hit X, and it's kind of like hiring a worker, but it's them still driving, I guess. It's like auto steer. Obviously, our tractor is way too old for auto steer anyway, but um, I don't have that mod, so sometimes I look a little crooked. And I'm okay with that. It's part of the game, it's part of having fun. Um, but yeah, so we won't have to do this for a while on these fields. And I would, so in in the precision mod, it does actually kind of, you get kind of a negative thing for running over the field too much. In these fields didn't really need to be rock picked here today. They could have went without it, but like I said, we really, really want to get our stone production up. And being that we're just getting in precision farming, I'd rather take the lower score now because it kind of penalizes you for driving over the field too many times unnecessarily. We didn't necessarily need to do that, but if we were going to take a penalty, I want to take it early on as we try to get our score really high. If we do good in precision farming, it'll give us a bunch of bonus money when we sell stuff. If we do bad, it'll penalize us. So we'll see where we are when we do our first crop. But we're going to take a look at it as it goes because it does have a menu for it where we can kind of take a look at our fields. And right now we're at a 76, but I have a feeling because of what we did, we're actually going to take a little bit of a hit on some of that stuff here, guys. And we'll get more into these menus and nitrogen and all that stuff in the upcoming episodes. All right, so we're going to unload our stones that we do have. This should give us about another 1,000 lime. I didn't realize how much I talked in this episode, so I'm really sorry about that, guys. But I wanted to get you guys fully up to date. And as you can see, we need a little bit of time here to get our lime production. But we got lime going, guys. We got another 6,000. I believe there is 4,000 in this. This is the lime spreader we bought in the last episode. So in the next episode, guys, we're going to get into liming and hopefully get these fields planted here in March. Anyway, you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time, folks.